everybody, and welcome to the King of Shadows 1111 YouTube channel. This is Queen of Light 1111 here with your Friday check-in. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at the energy that Divine Masculine is in overall as related to his feminine. What energy is he holding in his head space and his heart space, and how is he showing up in his environment? I just finished the Divine Feminine reading on the Queen of Light 1111 channel, so I'm not going to get into it here because I feel like I have a lot to cover on the masculine. So if you want to hear about Divine Feminine, go to the Queen of Light 1111 YouTube channel and you can watch it there. So if you want to book your own personal reading, coaching session, or healing session, go to queenoflight1111.com. Let's get started with the bottom of the deck. So Divine Masculine's most significant, his main energy that he is in the energy of Lugh, okay? And it says skill. So now, who is Lugh? So Lugh is an energy that comes up. I'll give you the story behind him, okay? It's first of all, it's a time for him where masculine wants to develop his education, his skill set, his talent base. And so Lugh is a Celtic god, okay? And so the story with Lugh is that, he wanted to, travel to a different city, and he wanted to experience things that were new, and, just wanted to be that adventurer, okay? When you think about Lugh, I always think about, okay, someone who wants to go on an adventure, want to try new things, want to, kind of fly by the seat of their pants. It's that Knight of Wands energy, right? It's that energy of adventure, of passion, of movement forward, trying new things, flying to different places. And so this is his energy. And so as he went to this big city, in this case, this city is called Tara. The king of that city, was like kind of kept his castle, in a area that was inaccessible, right? Like you had to go through some sort of vetting process to get into the kingdom, to get into the land. And so before Lugh was able to enter the land and the kingdom of this person, this king, he was stopped at the door. Okay, he was stopped at the door. Hey, you can't enter just yet, buddy. And so he's like, okay, well, why? And so the attendant at the doorway to the kingdom, per se, said, hey, look, we're looking for people that are different, that have different skill set. What kind of skill set do you have? And then Lugh said, oh, okay, well, hey, I'm an accomplished blacksmith. And the guy at the door said, we already have a blacksmith. And he's like, oh, okay, well, I'm a builder. And he says, I already have a builder. And then he said, oh, okay, well, I'm a poet. We already have a poet. And then he went through magician, historian, harpist, swordsman, blah, 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 all these different skill sets. And each time he was rejected, okay? Because remember, they're looking for a skill set. And so Lugh said, hey, okay, I'm a magician, I'm a poet, I'm a builder, I'm a swordsman, I'm a harpist. Do you have anyone in your kingdom that can do everything? That has all of those skills? And so with that, they let him in because they didn't have anyone that could do all of those things. Be the poet, be the builder, be the blacksmith, be the historian, be the harpist. They had all those people that could do individual things, right? One thing at a time. They only mastered that one thing. But here we got Lugh, who's the jack of all trades, okay? So Lugh shows you that you can be versatile. You can do many things. You don't have to just hone in and focus on one thing. But the shadow side of Lugh is also that, hey, okay, well, I don't know what I should concentrate on. Should I be the blacksmith, focus more on the blacksmith energy? Should I be the builder? Should I do this? Should I do that? Should I focus more on one area? So that's the shadow side. His analysis is running into paralysis, not knowing what to concentrate on. And so we're living in a world where we can try a lot of many things because we have many, many skills, right? Versus a time where, maybe our parents, grew up and they're only knew about one thing, and that's the thing that we're great at. Nowadays we have people that are good at social media, we have people that are good at law, we have people that are good at so many different things, right? So it's important to know how to do the different things, but don't neglect something if you become great at something else. So it's really about paying attention. It's really about this energy, paying attention to your entire skill set. So we have the Seven of Swords and we have the Emperor. So what I'm really getting for divine masculine is that he's been an energy where, he's operated his life and his spiritual journey in one way. He was like, I need to be the controller, the ruler, the one who calls the shots, the one who determines where things go in a relationship or in his life. And he is seeing just how that energy has sabotaged his spiritual journey. That he needs to be more flexible, that he needs to be a master of his entire self. He needs to master his passion. He needs to master his emotion. He has to master his mind. He has to master his environment. And that's going to take a great deal of skill set. So if your masculine energy, if you're a feminine watching this, has pulled away and you think there's secrets and there's lies and there's things going on, no, he's actually looking at himself and his own self-sabotage that, you know what? I was operating from a place of, hey, I got to be the ruler. I have to be the man in this relationship. I have to have no problems. I have to have all of the money. I have to be, completely the protector, the provider, all of these things, because that's what he's been programmed. And so as he's looking at this skill set, he's kind of restricting himself. He's seeing how this narrative has restricted him from relationships, how he's put boundaries on certain relationships, that maybe he wasn't able to be with women of power or show equality because of his own shortcomings in his own skill set. And so right now what we're finding is he's looking at things from a new perspective. We're seeing that he is actually starting to say, you know what? Yeah, I may be strong and brawny and powerful and protective. I may be abundant, but maybe I'm not emotionally mature. Maybe I don't have control of my total environment like I think I do. And so he's starting to gain some new perspective by how honing in on one train of thought, one narrative, one mentality has affected, self-sabotaged his journey. So he's going through a complete transformation of his own kind of ideology of self. He thought he was in control, but lo and behold, he meets this feminine who's Lilith, who's Kali, who's the buffalo woman, who's abundant on her own. And he's like, well, I don't know how to deal with the feminine like that. I'm the protector. I'm the dominant. I'm the Adam. You're supposed to be the Eve. But oh, no, he got the Lilith. The Lilith says, I'm equal to you. I was made in the same way that you were made, from the same earth, from the same clay, from the same God. I will not be treated inferior. And it kind of throws his butt into a tailspin. And he's really looking at himself, right? Maybe his mother and father dynamics are, hey, maybe the mother, was the person who kind of conceded and let the father made all the decisions. Maybe there was a dynamic where he saw, that energy where it was the man or the paternal or the masculine influence that called the shots, that made the decisions. And then he meets his feminine who's like, I make my own money. I make my own decisions. We can partner. Let's not be distorted about this. Feminine's not in this energy of like, you know what? I am woman. Hear me roar. She is, but she's also in the energy of knowing how to be a good partner. How to know when she should be receptive and when she should be active. She knows this. She's in her own inner union. And so masculine's in the energy of trying to figure it out and bringing in this energy of his own femininity to balance his own self out and say, you know what? I am stronger if my feminine is strong. If I have a strong partner, a divine partner, a sacred buffalo woman, then guess what? Gosh, that's a blessing, not a curse. So his overall energy towards his divine feminine is Vishnu, balance. He's learning. And look at, did we not get balance over here for feminine somewhere? She got equality. So she's like, hey, treat me as an equal. treat me as an equal. And here in this energy, she's saying, hey, I want balance, I want reciprocity. And that's exactly what masculine is working on. So if your masculine is pulled back and you think that, oh my God, he's this player again, and he's in this energy of deception and secrets again. Oh, no, no, no. He's in the energy of trying to balance out his own inner masculine and feminine energy to bring in balance to this connection with you. So if there is any imbalance in his body and mind and soul, he's correcting that. And he's finding that the middle path is the best course of action. And so he's very much in this energy of study. He's in this energy of reflection. He's looking at his energy. He's looking at his strength. He's looking at where there's injustice, where there's harmony. And he's really coming into balance. And guess what? Here's the Emperor again, second time. So he's in this energy of controlling this chaos in his mind. There's all this confusion and choices and what was the narrative and what am I feeling and should I be feeling this way? Does this sitting in my heart space make me weak? He's balancing his choices, but he's going round and round, right? Remember how we said he can go into analysis paralysis if he goes into the shadow side of his skill set. But what we're seeing here in his overall energy towards his feminine is, frankly, he is coming into this state of balance. He is in this energy of authority and controlling all his options and his choices. But he is certainly going round and round and round, and he's flowing and he's working through many things until he can stabilize. So if your masculine has pulled back, if you think it's deceptive energy, it's not. It's because he's working on himself. He's balancing his own inner feminine. Because you've balanced your own inner masculine and feminine energy. What is he thinking when he thinks of his feminine? Look at this. He thinks she is abundant. The green man. This very much gives me 3D, like the earthly plane energy, right? Like 3D vibes. So here's the energy of prosperity and growth. He wants to plant seeds. He wants those seeds to flourish this time. He wants abundance with his feminine. And he also, frankly, sees his feminine as abundant. He sees her as an equal. He does. It triggers him sometimes, but he certainly is inspired by her. He wants to be abundant like her. And so this is the masculine divine in this 3D plane. And there's a very strong birth, death, rebirth aspect to this green man. He is was born in this energy of I am man and I am going to call the shots. And then he meets his feminine and he experiences death of that energy, right? And we got the death card at the bottom of the deck for the feminine. And now he's rebirthing into masculine divine. And so he's bringing in this energy of health and success and wealth even. And he's at the tail end of this lesson, right? Page of Pentacles. He's very burdened by the lesson, but he gets it. And he knows that his person, there's no doubt about it, that the person who is his target, who is skilled, who is a first-class feminine, who excels, who's witty, who's intense, is his divine feminine. So he sees all of the abundance in her. He's overwhelmed by his study of himself and his study of his own inner feminine, and he is overwhelmed by the study of his own outer feminine, and he's finally seeing her in the correct light. He is seeing her as feminine divine. And he's burdened, but he's starting to take responsibility and accountability for the things that have happened internally. So in his heart space, he's discovering, we got Maui here. So with the Maui energy, he's in this energy of discovering himself. He's discovering his own inner self. He's discovering himself in his new spiritual world. He's eager to go on the adventure again. He's curious. He wants to break down barriers. He wants to solve problems with his abundant queen. He's ready. He wants to dedicate effort. He wants to take the time to learn, and he's discovering himself, his own obsessions, his own insecurities. He's seeing things clearly. He's looked in the mirror. His mirror is this Queen of Pentacles. She is abundant. She's the queen. She's got her own pentacles. She doesn't need his. And he's discovering all of this. And he's seeing where his own ego and insecurity really showed him, it's reared its ugly head when he looked in the mirror of feminine. And now he's much more self-aware, and he wants to improve. Self-improvement, that's the Eight of Pentacles. That's self-mastery. It is his strong desire to improve, because he longs and he desires and he yearns for his feminine, who has that je ne sais quoi, that certain special something. And so how is he showing up in his environment? He's going through cycles. Helios. He's going through a cycle. He's ending karmic cycles. He's ending, energies and patterns and behaviors that he's been in for so long, that he's repeated, that haven't worked for him. He knows his personal patterns, positive or negative, and they're playing out in his life right now. He's plugging into the cycles of nature to rebirth into this green man, into masculine divine. And so right now, there is a pause on his union with his feminine. We got the Seven of Pentacles with feminine's energy. How is she showing up in her environment? She's just enjoying life. She knows that any exchange with masculine is just not happening right now. And instead of worrying about it, she's going to have a great time and enjoy her life and live in her abundance. And for masculine, how is he showing up in his environment? He's closing cycles. And so there is an assessment. There is a pause on any long-term energy. There's a pause on making amends and moving towards his destiny with feminine until the cycle completes. He needs to completely end this cycle before that Ten of Pentacles, that abundance, that union comes into play with feminine. A lot of Pentacles energy here, which tells me this union is grounding. So feminine really got a lot of the Cups energy, right? She's like in her self-love. She's not evaluating masculine. She's not judging masculine anymore. She's not even worried about, external interferences. And she knows in the environment, things aren't really moving right now. And that's perfectly fine with her. But with masculine, yeah, he's like, she's got the Ace of Cups. He's in like, oh my God, I'm going in circles, but I am in control of my mind and my emotions. I am learning. Page of Pentacles, I'm overwhelmed, but I'm dedicating effort because I want to be with my abundant queen and I want to have this union when I am ready, when she is ready, if she'll have me. So, what's the secret? It's not what you think, right? Right? This Seven of Swords before was cheating, third party, scandal, blah, 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 betrayal. No. The Seven of Swords, we're keeping things close to our vest right now because we're seeing the error of our ways. We're seeing how these old patterns and beliefs and behaviors have actually been self-sabotaging. You think that you can control someone and deceive someone, and that's how you oppress a relationship? Okay, I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to be in a relationship with you. I'm the man, and if I'm going to leave this relationship, you're just going to have to deal with the feminine. That's what he's been doing in the past. I'm in control. Well, feminine's like, I don't care. Go. I'm in my own power. I'm abundant. I got my own pentacle. I'm cool. And the minute she rose in that power, that masculine's like, well, hold on, maybe I've got it all wrong. And he does. Because he can't just master his passion and his brawn and his arrogance or his mind. He's got to master his heart if he wants to be with feminine divine. He's got to master his environment and his earthly existence. He's got to transition into his spiritual nature if he wants to be the magician, if he wants to be emperor. So we got emperor 2 times for him. He's very much in the energy of, I need to be the emperor to be with my feminine. I hope this reading resonated. And if you guys want to book your own personal reading, coaching session, or healing session, go to queenoflight1111.com. Have a great day. Bye.